Hey everyone, we're continuing in our community prayers this week, and today I want us to focus on a word called shout. That's the word of today. We are in the letter of 1 John, and I want to read for us again what John says at the beginning of his letter, 1 John 1. He says, "That which was from the beginning, which we have heard, which we have seen with our eyes, which we looked upon and have touched with our hands, concerning the word of life. The life was made manifest, and we have seen it and testify to it, and proclaim to you the eternal life which was with the Father and was made manifest to us. That which we have seen and heard we proclaim also to you, so that you too may have fellowship with us. And indeed our fellowship is with the Father and with His Son Jesus Christ. And we are writing these things so that our joy may be complete." When I was younger, my dad loved to embarrass me. I think it was one of his favorite things to ever do in the world. I remember a time where I brought home a report card and it had straight A's on it. And I was an AB student, but this time, for whatever reason, I don't know if the quarter was just easy, but I brought home a report card with straight A's. And my dad saw that report card, and he grabbed my bedroom window and flung it open and yelled out of the bedroom window, "Hey world, guess what Brian did?" And you know what that did to me? I was mortified. I was like, my friends just heard that and they're not going to speak to me for 3 weeks. Or if they do, they're just going to laugh at me. And I think we tend to feel that way. We tend to feel that mortification when it comes to telling other people about Jesus. You know, in this letter to the Ephesian church, the Apostle John continues talking by discussing his testimony of Jesus to others. And he says in verse 2, read it again with me, "The life was made manifest, and we have seen it and testify to it, and proclaim to you the eternal life which was with the Father and was made manifest to us." See, John experienced Jesus here in the flesh on the earth and was not ashamed of him at all. In fact, he was emboldened to talk about Jesus because he had experienced him in all the ways that we talked about in yesterday's video. John wanted to proclaim Jesus. John wanted to testify about Jesus. He wanted to shout about Jesus as loud as he possibly could to anyone that would listen. And it kind of brings to mind the people that stand on the street corners with the megaphones and the sandwich boards that shout about Jesus. And I'm not giving validity to any of the things that they say or telling you that, man, you should go out with a sandwich board today and a megaphone and just start shouting about Jesus, because there's a pretty negative stigma that happens when it surrounds people that do that. But John is telling us that we need to proclaim Jesus. We need to testify about Jesus. We need to shout about Jesus to anyone that is going to listen as loud as we possibly can through every fiber of who we are. John wanted to make Jesus known to everyone, and so we need to do the same thing. So today, pray that Jesus is going to use you in bold ways to shout about Him to everyone you come into contact with. Oh, and by the way, you can shout without raising your voice. Your encouraging words shout into people's lives. Your tears of sympathy and joy shout into people's lives. Your very actions of kindness and love shout into people's lives. And that's how you proclaim Jesus. That's how you testify about Jesus. That is how you shout Jesus into other people's lives. So pray today that you will be bold about sharing Jesus with others by shouting Him into their lives.